I feel like this video is gonna be maybe not super popular because it's not like a super like cool topic, right? It's like go get a job and work. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly what I would do if I was starting over again and I was just flat broke. Okay, guys, so if I was poor or broke, whatever you want to call it, and I was starting over again, I would go on Google or listen to people in your local area and find the best restaurant you could work for. You can't just have a local bar or whatever. It needs to have some space for events that they do. Now, ideally, you want to do a privately owned company, not like a chain, because the chains are going to actually limit how much you can make. The private companies is basically if you can sell and if you can do a good job at your job, you will make more money. If you know a restaurant in your area is very popular and they have an event space, go and bring a resume in. What to apply for, ideally, is the event coordinator and the event banquet captain, but you can also start with a busing, serving, or bartending job, most likely starting with a busing job. Even if you have to start at busing, what you want to do is you want to work your way up to an event coordinator or a banquet team captain, right? So basically what this is you're a server, busser, bartender, and event coordinator all in one package for the events that come in and actually reserve a spot in the restaurant. So just an example, what my day would look like when I was doing this, would I come in 2 hours early, 3 hours early. I would set up the entire event according to what we had planned for the actual event, right? Probably an hour or so before the actual event would start, the customer would come in, make sure everything looks good. I would review everything with them and make sure just everything was spot on to what they had in mind. The event started, I would usually be behind the bar bartending, and then usually food would come out after, about an hour after, with some appetizers before. Then you're starting to go into a serving role. And then you go into a busing role to clean up. And it's basically just a full-on service and you're running the show. Now, this job is gonna teach you a lot of valuable things. It's gonna teach you how to sell, you know, the actual space, how to sell the more food, more expensive food maybe, how to sell more liquor, how to sell wine, beer, how to sell literally everything that goes into it. It's also gonna make you really good socially. It's gonna build your social skills dramatically. Especially, I started out really shy, didn't want to talk to anyone. I wouldn't even talk to this camera, and now I have no problem with it. A lot of times I just don't want to talk to people, so I choose not to. But it built my social skills a ton. This job does have some drawbacks. I will say that restaurants in general, just for some reason, happen to have a lot of alcohol problems and drug problems. So if you guys have an addictive personality, I would stay away from it. I had one, so that's why I got out of that. But if you guys are able to do that and be around alcohol and possibly recreational drugs, not that it's allowed, but a lot of times it's there, and you can be around that and not give into it, then this is a great business for you. Ideally, your job should pay a minimum wage plus tips, right? And the reason I said go with a private company and not a corporate company like a chain is because a lot of chains pool the tips at the end of the night and they disperse the tips evenly throughout the co-workers, right? And you don't want to do that, because if you're busting your ass and Joe Schmo over there is just doing nothing and drinking in the back, he shouldn't, you know, get an equal pay. So go to a private company that is like, no, if you're gonna work, you'll get paid more. And that's exactly what I did. And that's why I would make $500 to $1,000 per night in tips, let alone my wage, just doing exactly what I'm telling you to do right now. A lot of people want to start a business right away, and that's great, but if you're really just money hungry and you don't have a degree and you don't want to maybe do other sales jobs or whatever you were looking at, this is a really fun job to do to make a lot of money. And honestly, you'll make more money sometimes, at least in the beginning, than you would starting a business or going into like a higher paying job, right? I was making more money than a lot of people that I know that went to school for 4 years, even more years, straight out the gate. One tip I can recommend for you guys is to live off of the wage and keep the tips, save the tips. Go to the link in my description, check out the videos I have where I can tell you how to save more money. Exactly the same method, right? I'll link it down in the description below. But you want to ideally live off of the wage and save the tips, because the tips are going to be where your money's at. The wage is literally just to get by, right? So if you can get by on the minimum wage, say you are in college and you're living really cheap and you guys live in a really cheap apartment and you can live off the wage, live off the wage and then keep the tips and save those. So guys, this video, I mean, a lot of people may like it, a lot of people may not. I feel like this video is gonna be maybe not super popular because it's not like a super like cool topic, right? It's like go get a job and work. But I can tell you from experience, that after doing so many side hustles and so many businesses and trying this and trying that, this is literally the only thing that I've literally walked into, do my job, leave the job at the job, and come back with a pocket full of money that honestly most people work like a week to get that much money that I made in a day. So it's not like a super cool business, like you're like doing drop shipping, you like got like a bunch of Instagram followers where you're telling people how to do it. But if you're starting from zero and you just at least want a base of income that's higher than what you're seeing, you know, in the ads posted in your local area, just try this, give it a shot, and make sure you guys do what I said, like the event coordination, and not just going and being a server at some local, you know, like shitty bar or shitty like restaurant. But guys, this is just a quick video to show you guys what I did and kind of my advice going forward for you. If you guys want a more in-depth video on this particular topic, I can show you guys. I can also show you guys how to like make more money while in the field. I mean, it's not super hard. You literally just go apply, make sure they have an event space, and go start hustling those jobs and do your best, and the pay will show. Guys, that's it, quick video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.